Welcome to AITV News. 10 years ago today, June 26, 2015, the Supreme Court's ruling in Obergefell versus Hodges made same-sex marriage legal nationwide. On its 10th birthday, that right faces its most serious challenge yet. Here's why. Jim Obergefell never sought the spotlight. In 2013, his partner John Arthur was dying of ALS. Because Ohio refused to recognize their Maryland marriage, Obergefell couldn't be listed as Arthur's surviving spouse. Their lawsuit reached the Supreme Court and changed history. A decade later, Obergefell says he now views the court with fear. That fear centers on the court itself. In 2022, it overturned Roe v. Wade, discarding a 50-year precedent grounded in the same constitutional theory, substantive due process, that also underpins Obergefell. Justice Clarence Thomas, in a concurring opinion, urged the court to reconsider those precedents, naming Obergefell specifically, with a 6-3 conservative majority that includes 3 justices who dissented in the marriage case. That suggestion carries weight. Political winds are shifting too. Overall support for same-sex marriage still tops 70%, but Republican backing has slid from 55% in 2021 to 41% this year. Conservative activists are mobilizing. This month, the Southern Baptist Convention passed a resolution calling for Obergefell's reversal, and lawmakers in at least 9 states have filed similar requests to the court. Congress tried to erect a firewall in 2022 with the Respect for Marriage Act, which requires every state to recognize same-sex marriages performed elsewhere and guarantees federal benefits. What it doesn't do is force states to issue new licenses. If Obergefell fell, dormant bans in more than 30 states could spring back, forcing couples to travel for a license that would then be recognized only after they returned home. The attack on marriage equality is part of a broader rollback of LGBTQ rights. This month, the Supreme Court allowed Tennessee's ban on gender-affirming care for minors to stand, clearing the way for similar laws in over half the country. States have also advanced measures restricting drag shows, books, and classroom discussions of LGBTQ identity. What's at stake is more than legal theory. Since 2015, the number of married same-sex households has more than doubled, to roughly 770,000. Marriage secures hospital visitation, inheritance, parental rights, and tax benefits. Losing ready access to it would recreate a patchwork of state rules and plunge many families back into uncertainty. For now, Obergefell remains the law and no direct challenge has reached the court. But as the fall of Roe showed, constitutional rights can disappear when political momentum and judicial ideology align. On its 10th birthday, marriage equality in America is no longer a settled question. It's a fight once again playing out in courts, legislatures, and public opinion. We'll keep watching. For AITV News,